Greetings to everyone. So, in the last module, we have discussed about atomic and molecular orbitals. So, how these molecular orbitals are formed? So, these are formed by the overlapping of two atomic orbitals, right? So, whenever the atoms form a bond, they interact like waves, right? So when these two waves travel in opposite directions, when they meet, their amplitudes cancel each other. So a pair of electrons encompassing two or more nuclei is said to occupy a molecular orbital. So these molecular orbitals represents lower energy state than two separate atomic orbitals, right? So energy is liberated during the overlap and stable covalent bond is formed. So if one is interacts with the another one is orbital, so they may form an in-plane or out-of-plane symmetries. That is, they may form a bonding molecular orbital or they may form anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is called as in-plane and this is called as out-plane. Okay. During bonding, atoms overlap either in phase or out of phase. So in phase overlap is constructive bonding, okay, and out of phase overlap is destructive bonding because they are subtractive wave functions of opposite signs. Okay. So bonding molecular orbitals always have lower energy than the energies of the combining atomic orbitals. Whereas antibonding molecular orbitals always has higher energy than the energies of the two separate atomic orbitals because they lead to repulsion between two atoms and the less stable the molecule or ion becomes. Okay? So how it is done? So we take the sigma molecular orbital and pi molecular orbital. So Sigma molecular orbital may be formed by the direct or head-on overlap, that is, two oneness atomic orbitals forming the sigma bond, that is, side-to-side overlap. Okay. So here also you can see in px orbital, you can see side-to-side overlapping. So it leads to the formation of a sigma molecular orbital. Then this is the formation of sigma bonding as well as sigma anti-bonding molecular orbital. So you can see here that is 1s and px atomic orbitals, they form sigma bond. Okay? Because there is a side-on overlap. Then pi molecular orbital. In a pi molecular orbital, the electron density is concentrated above and below the line joining the two nuclei of the bonding atom. The electrons in it are called pi electrons and the bond is referred to as pi bond. A double bond is one sigma bond and one pi bond. A triple bond consists of one sigma bond and two pi bonds. A pi molecular orbital may be formed by the sideways overlap of following orbitals. So, sigma bond is sideways or head-on overlap, whereas this that is pi molecular orbital is the lateral overlapping. Okay, so you can see here these two overlap. Okay, if it is px, py, or maybe pz, it is the overlapping of the lateral overlapping. That is why it is called as pi molecular orbital. Okay. Now, coming to the features of LCAO. What is LCAO? That is linear combination of atomic orbitals. So, if atomic orbitals combine, they form molecular orbitals. So, we have seen just now the formation of sigma bonds, pi bonds, and then bonding molecular orbitals and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay. So, according to linear combination of atomic orbitals interfere constructively or destructively to form molecular orbitals. Okay. So they may be constructive or they may be destructive. So if an electron can be found in an atomic orbital belonging to atom A and also to atom B, then the overall wave function is a superposition of the two orbitals. Right? Suppose A has one orbital and B has one. So the combination can lead to bonding molecular orbital. That is, bonding molecular orbitals are formed when wave functions of atomic orbitals are added. Okay? That is, psi plus is equal to psi A plus psi B. Okay? So there occurs constructive interference of atomic orbitals, and these atomic orbitals overlap each other in phase. Okay? So these are all, that is, psi is nothing but the probability of finding an electron, right? So here we are using that as a wave function. Okay? So psi is used as a wave function. So here bonding, we are specifically talking about bonding molecular orbital. So bonding molecular orbitals are formed only when wave functions of atomic orbitals are added. Okay, and there is constructive interference of atomic orbitals. Okay, and these orbitals overlap each other in phase. Okay, whenever in phase overlap occurs, then only bonding molecular orbital results. Okay, keep in mind. Then properties of bonding molecular orbitals. So electron density is located between the nuclei, so it reduces the repulsion between them. That means they are very strongly bonded because the electron density is located between the nuclei only. Okay, so if they are in these two corners, they'll come in between. Okay, so that is why the electron density will be in between the nuclei, so their repulsion won't take place. Okay, so it reduces the repulsion between the two atomic orbitals. It reduces the energy of the molecular orbital. Okay, so that means what, the atoms, the two separate atomic orbitals have higher energy than that of the molecular orbital that is formed. Next, it stabilizes the system. How it stabilizes the system? Because it is constructive in nature and it is in phase overlap. Okay? That is why it stabilizes the system. Then the energy of bonding molecular orbital is always less than the participating atomic orbital. So as I told you just now, that is, energy of bonding molecular orbital formed will be less than the two separate atomic orbitals which undergo overlapping. Okay. Next, anti-bonding molecular orbital. So these anti-bonding molecular orbitals are formed when wave functions of atomic orbitals are subtracted. Okay. So here you can see size minus. So in bonding molecular orbitals it was plus, and here it is minus. Is equal to sign A minus sign B. So there occurs destructive interference of atomic orbitals, and these atomic orbitals overlap without phase. Okay, they are not in line. Okay, so anti-bonding molecular orbitals are formed when wave functions are subtracted. Atomic orbitals are subtracted. That is psi A minus psi B. Okay, that is destructive interference. When they are out of phase, that is, their orbitals overlap without phase. Okay. Then coming to its properties. So electron density is located far away from the two nuclei, which creates a nodal plane between the two nuclei. So this I will show you with the help of a diagram. So this will be the nodal plane. Okay. So because of this nodal plane, you can see the two orbitals are far away from each other. Okay. So there develops a nodal plane below. So it increases the repulsions between them. Okay. and it increases the energy of the system. So because they are higher energy, because they get repelled, they go to higher energy levels, which destabilizes the molecule. So the molecule gets destabilized. Then the energy of antibonding molecular orbital is higher than the parent atomic orbitals. So as we have seen in bonding molecular orbital, it is less than that of the parent atomic orbitals. Here, energy of the antibonding molecular orbital is higher than that of the separate atomic orbitals. So this is the figure, that is, you can see this is the nodal plane which is being formed. Okay.